Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this little foot is in London literally all week this week. I'm gonna go here even though I look pale AF. So I've been speaking to the PR from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and she actually invited me over to get my makeup done today by someone from the Anastasia team. This is the Selfridges counter in London, so I'm gonna head there now to go get my makeup done. I've been into the store before and it's really beautiful. They have Huda Beauty and they have lots and lots and lots and lots of makeup brands and ranges, so I probably will do a bit of shopping. But yeah, they invited me over to get my makeup done, so I thought I would take you along with me. That's not going to change or alter my opinion, thoughts, feelings or emotions. I will let you guys know how I find everything. Best believe though, they better snatch these ugly ass brows. I mean, it's Anastasia Beverly Hills, like they best do something with these. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. A bit nervous again because I never really get my makeup done, but yeah, so let's head on down there. I've got a couple of breakouts, so hopefully they will cover those little bad boys. Drinking alcohol does that to you. Just had my Wagamamas. Woo! So starting off with the makeup session, she kind of spoke to me about my foundation and the colour that I like. I like to go a little bit darker on my foundation to match my body, and then I lighten up with concealer normally. So that was really nice that she kind of spent some time finding the perfect shade for me, and then we finally agreed on a shade that I was happy wearing and that I thought really suited me and kind of like matched my tan. So the foundation that Sarah and I picked together was the shade 340C. This foundation is absolutely beautiful. It's like a medium to full coverage, and she said the best way is to buff it on the skin using a brush, and she was so right. It kind of gave like a natural finish, as in it looked like skin, but my skin looked flawless, like it looked perfect. So I'm definitely buying this foundation. I've got a couple of shades that were sent to me by PR, but they're not the right shades, so I do need to go and get this one for my personal use and videos. Sarah also said that she doesn't use primer before this foundation. She said if I was drier and not oily, she would have used the Anastasia oil, but because I'm quite oily skin, she said she'll leave that be and will just keep my moisturizer on my face as a primer. We then decided that we were going to use the Jacke Aina palette. She let me swatch the colours on my hand. Even though I have seen this palette before, she let me swatch and kind of pick the shades that I would like her to use on my eyes, which I thought was really, really good. Even though she was the artist, she was still kind of referring back to what I like and my preference. She then used this really weird little pencil. I've actually only ever seen it once, but I didn't realise you could do this with it. But it's the Pro pencil in the shade 1, and she put it over my eyelids to act as my eyeshadow base. She said that it's amazing for oily eyelids. It's kind of like a matte finish, and the eyeshadow just really like sticks and kind of shows off the pigment way more using this pencil. So yeah, it was really cool to try this out because I've never tried it out before. And then she was just kind of using a couple of shades from the palette to make a halo eye. I told her to go bold, do whatever she fancied using the colours that we kind of agreed on. Then she dabbed something in the centre of the eye to create that halo look. I want to say it's a foundation because I don't think Anastasia do any more cream products, but I could be wrong. So Sarah, if you're watching this, please let me know what you've used and I'll pop it in the description. And then she just applied like a sparkly shade in the centre of the eye to create this halo look. Honestly, it was stunning, and yeah, I'm so glad we went with the shades that we kind of went with. So Anastasia doesn't have any concealers at the moment. I'm hoping that they will be bringing one out soon, but she just dashed to NARS and used my normal kind of radiant creamy concealer underneath my eyes to cover up them under eye bags. As you can see, I'm having such a good time. Like, all the girls were so lovely and we had like a little bit of a giggle, and it was just a really, really, really nice like hour kind of glam. Then she used the banana powder, and I actually didn't know they really did these powders until recently, but she used the banana one to set underneath my eyes and kind of brighten it up under there, and then she just used whatever was left over on the brush to kind of dab on my face just to set the foundation in place. Then taking some of the eyeshadow shades that we used on top on a tiny little brush underneath, just to smoke out my lower lash line, just to kind of tie it all in together. Then Sarah went in with the original contour kit because I said that I used to love it and I haven't used it in a while, so she just kind of bronzed up my face and contoured my cheekbones and forehead using just a few of the shades in there. I think there's 3 dark shades. So I think she just like mixed them all together and just kind of made her own little concoction. But adding bronzer just really like gives you dimension on the face, and it just like made the eye look even better when she added this onto my face. Sarah was then teaching me something that she learned from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's about how to know if your face is like in proportion. So they measure the top of your head to the bottom of your brow, to the bottom of your brow to the end of your nose, and then the end of your nose to the chin. So that's kind of how they look at it and then create a brow to suit your face shape. Say if you want a smaller forehead, they'll give you like a larger brow to kind of like give the illusion of a smaller forehead. And I learned something new, so it was actually really cool to learn that trick. And then she used the glow kit and she mixed the shade Summer and Bronze together to create my highlighter shade. She just popped this on my cheekbones and kind of rounded it up as a C, kind of hitting my brow, and then popped it a little bit down my nose. I didn't want too much glow, so we just kind of kept it a bit subtle. Then onto the brows, and Sarah took the brow gel and taught me the correct way of using it. So you want to get the product and you want to put most of it on the back of your hand, and whatever's left over on the little brush you then run through your brows. That kind of fills in the base brow, and then taking a brow brush, she used number 14. She just went into with the product on the back of her hand and kind of finessed the brow shape and just kind of added a couple more like brow strokes and hair strokes. Then she just went in with some clear brow gel to kind of flick up the hairs and make them look a little bit more bushy, because I said I would like to see that kind of look on me. I never really do a bushy brow. Then Sarah just applied some lashes that I had in my handbag, and I applied the lipstick in the shade Staunch. I think it's called Staunch, and this is the matte one, and she didn't use a liner, she just used a little brush to kind of apply this to my lips. And I actually really love the colour, and I kind of forgot that they used to, well, they do matte shades and lipsticks rather than liquid lipsticks. But yeah, this is the final makeup look, and we'll get on to the outro in a second. So this is natural daylight, so I'd show you up close and personal. My brows are looking sick, I have to say. I am now back at my hotel room. I've got a tiny little ring light here, and I thought I would show you my makeup in this light. I have been on a really disgustingly hot and sweaty, awful tube journey here, so I have been sweating out a little bit. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, feelings and emotions on the store, the customer service and the makeup itself. So I have to say the store is beautiful. Obviously it's Selfridges on Oxford Street in London. It's beautiful. Everything's always so neat and tidy. The lighting in there is perfect. The thing that I noticed different from the MAC one that I did was like all of their station was like super clean, really topped up, like everything was just kind of perfect, I guess, and it's just like aesthetically pleasing. It's just nice to be in like a clean and tidy looking store, I guess. Second thing, customer service. Everyone was so lovely. Now the only difference obviously from the MAC one was the fact that they knew I was coming, so obviously they're not going to tell people to be rude to me, but I have to say all the girls there, got to know a couple of them that were like passing by, and then Sarah, who did my makeup, I got to know her quite well, and she is so lovely. So if you're ever in the store and in Anastasia Beverly Hills in Selfridges, then please ask for Sarah. She was lovely. And so were the other girls. So I feel like if you're nervous to go to a counter, they would just make you feel really at home, and she knew her shit, I have to say. Like, she really did. She taught me through all the products. She was telling me like background. She was teaching me like anything that Anastasia taught her. Like, I learned a few tricks of my brows that I've obviously gone through with you guys through this video. So yeah, she was so sweet. And thirdly, the makeup. Obviously, like I always say, I'm so used to the way that I do my makeup, and this is a way to kind of show you some new products, me to learn techniques, you know, me to kind of go out of my comfort zone, because I feel like I've been quite neutral in the past, like maybe a year. I haven't really been daring, so I just said to her, like, do what you want to do, I'm going to trust you with it, and we'll see what happens. So this is the makeup look, and I'm actually loving it. I haven't worn colour on my eyes for such a long time. I tried out the new foundation, and I have to say I really enjoy it. Obviously I've been on a sweaty hot tube and I just need a bit of powder, but my skin looks absolutely flawless. My brows are sick. I never do bushy brows, but my brows look sick. Like everything's just really nicely polished. The only thing I would do is just like bake a little bit more under my eyes, and that's it. Obviously these lashes aren't Anastasia Beverly Hills and they don't do concealer, but I feel like they're going to. They used to do the concealer pot, but they discontinued it now, even though I used to love that concealer for carving my brows. So I'm waiting on that. I feel like they're going to do a concealer to match the foundation. I mean, like, who wouldn't come out with a foundation and not a concealer, you know? Also, I've left Sarah's Instagram handle in the description box below. She does freelance, but she said obviously she's really busy at the ABH counter, so you can always go in and contact her there and go and get your makeup done. But yeah, so I'll leave her handle down below. But yeah, thank you so much for letting me come in and play with some makeup. So yeah, anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one.